This is KLMZO Media.
I know y'all saw all them people. Y'all know what the people here for. Y'all know the people here for Jelly Roll and Struggle. They here for that Wille and Waylon to it. Y'all know what it's about. May 11th, we out here in Lansing, Michigan. This your boy Quick. Y'all know what it is. If y'all here for a good time, let me hear y'all say yeah!
Yeah! Made it out of that snake pit, now snake skin on these boot tips. I see loose lips, sink the last ship, so I set sail on a new trip. Some mistakes I never make again. Circle lock, no one breaking in. I gotta sit back and try to take it in. I know perseverance, what it take to win. Hard to push when the world pull. When the ones you know they trying to burn you. Death coming, smell of perfume. Try to make it home before the curfew. I was running late and the doors was locked and the windows too. Nowhere to turn to. After all the money I done burned through, I woke up broke on a church pew with a new goal and old 45 fire in my eyes and some hunger pains. I spent my younger days just chasing fame to get burnt by the flames that money brings.
Yo, it's your man Jelly Roll.
Struggle Jennings.
You're reading the hottest online magazine?
Vizion
How?
magazine.
Hi, this is Jeff Woods from Vizion magazine, also Double XL magazine on the Midwest, and also VJamsRadio.com. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for coming to Michigan.
Yeah,
this is Jelly Roll, and this is Struggle Jennings. First of all, tell me about the new album, Waylon and Jennings. What was it? Waylon Wille, I'm sorry. And tell me about the album and how has it been going so far for you with the record and stuff.
It's been absolutely incredible, man. It's been life-changing. We charted. We did better than we've ever done. It was like our biggest record to date.
Yeah, man.
And that's cool because we've been best friends for 15 years, so that's what makes it so dope.
Really?
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about it is like, not only have we been best friends, we had our own careers as far as the music business. We've done our own thing, but we come together with no label, with no, no intent except for cutting records as best friends and telling our story, the shit that we've been through,
Well, you've had some trials and tribulations in your life. How do you feel that you changed, and how do you feel that you're able to promote about positivity and things in what people have gone through? How do you feel that you can show them about how to be goodness and stuff and do good things in life?
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest blessings in my life, was not only that I had a platform, but that me and this guy went through so much together. Like, yeah, I did a chunk in the prison system, but even before that, all the stuff that me and Jelly went through, me and this guy have shot guns next to each other. We've carried caskets next to each other. We fought cases. We've been in interrogation rooms side by side. Me and this guy have been through so much together. So to be able to tell that story and show a tale of redemption, a tale of overcoming, a tale of perseverance between me and this guy, like, it's incredible, because not only does it help us, but it helps other people. So, like, me and him to talk while I was in prison, and I was like, man, we've done so much fucked up shit, man. I'm like, it's all hitting me in the face now. Everything that I've done in my life is hitting me in the face, because I'm sitting there and I'm watching my life unfold and my family go through trials and tribulations because of my decisions. And he was like, it's okay, we're gonna make it right. And that gave me an inspiration. It gave me a vision of, like, fuck what we've been through. We can use that to either help people get through what they're going through or prevent them from going through what we went through.
Well, you've been to prisons and you've got a chance to talk to some of the prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
Was it pretty much influential to talk to them, and because you guys kind of like related to each other,
oh, yeah.
and the type of stuff that you're talking about and the positivity that you want to do within the prisons?
Yeah, you're in a cell, you're locked in, you're in a confined area with a lot of people that have been through crazy stuff. Some not as much as me, some more than me. So being able to share those stories amongst each other, and I was that guy in prison that when people was like slamming the phone down, like, oh, that bitch don't love me, she's fucking cheating on me, I was the one to pull them aside. I was like, bro, you're gonna get through it. So I started my journey of trying to inspire and shed light in a really dark place. So coming home, and while I was in there, while I was in there, I really got a chance to absorb a lot of it, you know. And we learned from mostly only our own mistakes. It's very seldom that we learn from other people's mistakes, you know. But I had a chance to see not only what I was going through, but what other people were going through, and that really, you know, gave me the push and the strength to know that regardless, you know, we're all one, man.
Right.
You know, we're all going through it.
Right.
Big or small, whatever, you know, my struggles may be small to you, your struggles, you know, may be huge to you, but regardless, we're all going through the same shit.
Right. Jelly Roll, you are pretty much a high figure. How many albums just on the top of your head that you've basically released?
431.
5,037. Nah, dude, it's been a lot, man. I just took the hip hop approach. I took the hip hop approach to releasing music and the rock and roll approach to touring it. So
how would you explain that? Break it down in
so
detail.
like in hip hop, I would just like constant content. Somebody was like, me and Struggle was talking, like, man, you was ahead of your time with that putting music out all the time shit. And I was like, man.
No, we thought he was crazy.
Yeah, they thought.
We were like, you're oversaturating. He was like, shh. I don't care.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. Just keep putting it out. Somebody's gonna like a song. And I was watching Jeezy do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why not just put out a bunch of mixtapes?
I think you guys did Jeezy on mixtapes.
I did, dude. I put a lot of mixtapes
I remember
out.
on one New Year's Eve, you recorded an album and released it by midnight.
Listen, that's a true story. It's called 11 on the Come Out. It was 2011. Listen, man. Listen, it's one of those things. It's like, I just felt like you just got to keep doing it, man. You just got to keep working it. And hip hop always put out constant content. It was mixtape after mixtape. Now, when you talk about rock and roll acts, they were always touring. You know, hip hop acts toured, but not like rock acts. Rock acts toured like 230 fucking days a year. They were just fucking touring.
Right.
So I was like, I want to be like, I want to do that. I want to release music like a hip hop act, but I want to tour like a rock and roll act.
Wow.
And I think that was a lot of how the music came together too.
That's wonderful. You're pretty much well known. Do you have a huge Juggalo following? People
Oh, yeah,
Juggalo?
man.
Because the Juggalo music is so phenomenal with ICP, but you're kind of like included in that type of music.
Man,
isn't
I'm
that?
so blessed, man.
Because you have that Juggalo following is insane.
And they fuck with
So
me.
when you do them, I know when you did
like
did you do the Return of the Juggalos?
I do Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, yep.
Dude, it's
so
always
you know what I'm
great.
talking about.
Yeah, I've done
but
like
how
5
many
gatherings.
the following through that has been phenomenal, right?
Incredible, man. I toured with ICP once now. I toured with Twisted. I've done, I think, 5 gatherings as of this year. I think this will be my 5th or 6th gathering. Mick, do you remember how many it's been? It's been 5. It's been 9. So it's going to be good, man. The gathering fucks with us. It's going to be great, man.
I think, dude, we've done a lot of big festivals, but I think the Gathering of the Juggalos is probably the biggest crowd that we've ever
Had in front of a stage.
had in front of a stage. Yeah,
That's insane.
man, it's crazy.
So your mother your grandfather is Waylon,
Yeah, and my
but your mother is his daughter.
Yep.
Okay, and Shooter is your uncle.
Yes, my uncle. We're a year apart, but he's my uncle.
Okay.
So we
So
kind
are
of.
you
What
a
up,
Shooter
Uncle
pretty
Shooter?
tight?
Oh, dude, he was a part of the wedding.
Yeah. I just got
Shooter
married
was the
same
DJ
day.
at the wedding. Listen, yo, it's a true story. It's funny stuff, man. Y'all gotta release this clip. It's big. It's a funny story. So I hired this DJ because I was the best man, so I felt like my job was the party. I didn't understand. I've never been a best man. I might have
did a
been
good
should have
job,
read about it.
though, being a
but I
best
felt
man.
like I was supposed to take care of, like, you know, the DJ, like, you know, the festivities.
Right.
I hired this DJ and his car broke down, man.
Oh wow.
And I took Shooter to the side. I was like, Shooter, man, we don't got a DJ. We got to put together a playlist. He's like, there's some DJ shit in the car, man. That's what I do, man.
Yeah.
I was like, Uncle Shooter, you DJ? He's like, fuck yeah, I DJ.
Listen, Shooters.
Listen, Uncle Shooter literally got drunk and spent his entire time at the reception DJ and taking
Did he
requests
really?
from fucking 11-year-old kids and under. You know what I'm saying? That was awesome.
Yeah, and because Shooter was like, you know, he's I'm gonna say he's one of the best people that I've ever met in my life.
Right.
We grew up like brothers. He's just got one of those pure souls, man. That dude is so incredible. But he loves trinkets, computers, video games. Like, he's a true 80s baby. You know what I'm saying?
So he's kind of like techie, kind of.
Oh, he's so techie. Like, but so for him, it was so much better for him to sit behind that computer all night and DJ than to sit out there in the fucking crowd and mix and mingle. You know what I mean? And he had a blast, and he did a hell of a job.
That's so real.
So your
Yeah.
grandmother, what was it like to just be around your grandmother and around Waylon, your grandfather Waylon? Was it pretty cool, like growing up around him, or did you know him before he passed away?
Oh God, man, he was like my dad, man. My dad passed, was killed in '91. So growing up, my mom sang backup for my grandpa, and so in the summer times I'd get to go on tour. On a lot of the weekends when we weren't on the road and stuff, I'd go hang out with Shooter. Now it was a culture shock because my mom didn't want handouts. My mom liked bad boys. So we lived in, lower class neighborhoods. My mom was trying to get it on her own. She was trying to get her music career on her own. She was trying to, she went to cosmetology school. She worked 2 jobs. Like, she really busted her ass to make sure I had an okay life. And without help from the family, she really was like determined that she was gonna make it on her own. And so because of that, we struggled a lot. But on the weekends, I'd get to go to hang out with Shooter. And Waylon loved me, man. Like, every time I went to juvenile, every time I got suspended from school, I'd walk outside. I already knew who was outside. It'd be that old black Cadillac or that old black Jaguar. It'd be Waylon sitting out there like, boy, you know better, And he loved.
Sit down with you and guide you and try to teach you things.
So much, man. He guided me, and he really he saw, because my grandfather was an outlaw. He was the real definition of fuck the system. I'm gonna do things my way, regardless who likes it. And he saw that fire inside of me. I was the only one in the family that was like that. The rest of them are pretty, the Shooter's an outlaw now.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
But growing up, he's more sheltered. He was in the home. Right. Nannies, and like, he had a good foundation. And so I was the street guy that like brought everything to Shooter. I'm the first one that showed him porn. First one that punched him in his mouth. You know what I mean? Like, me and Shooter got that kind of relationship.
Really?
And he's my uncle, but I'm like, we're like brothers. But Waylon was always there, man. And Waylon was, he was definitely an inspiration, I remember one of the last conversations, not the last conversation, but one of the last conversations we had, I pulled up to his house and I got rims on my car and I got 15s in the trunk. I'm beating the block down, loudspeakers, shiny chrome rims. I pull in and I go in with my daughter at that time. She's now 18. My daughter was a baby, and he loved her so much. And as I was leaving, he was like, "Hey, man, a friend of mine called me from the feds. They're watching you. You better stop." He's like, "I'm warning you." About 3 months later, I got picked up on a conspiracy charge. Right. And he didn't talk to me the first 6 months I was in jail because he was pretty upset because he told me.
So nobody visited you when you was in prison?
Yeah, I had, girls or, friends visit
okay.
me.
I understand.
You know how that is. But about a week before Waylon passed, I called my grandma, and I always talk to my grandma. And but Waylon was pretty upset with me. But about a week before he passed, he had got the phone, and he was like, "I just want you to know I love you." And I was like, "Papa, listen, man. I sold that to that informant before you told me to quit." And he was like, "I don't even want to hear it. I just want you to know that I love you." And a week later, he passed.
Wow.
And
that must have hit you hard.
Man, it hit me super hard.
Did you ever get a chance to meet Johnny Cash or Christopher Stuyvesant or
all of them? My 19, she's finna be 19. My 19-year-old daughter and my 16-year-old son both have blankets that were sent when they were born from Chris Christopherson, because they live down in Hawaii. So they got a friend that like makes these homemade blankets that are fucking beautiful. And then Johnny Cash, we had a thing when I was a little kid. We went to the skating rink in Rivergate because Johnny lived out in Hendersonville, and it was Johnny becoming Shooter's godfather.
Right.
So we had like a celebration. We all went skating and stuff. And I was a little kid, and they said that I skated up, and I said, "I don't got no god grandfather, and I ain't got no daddy." And he was like, "I'll be your god grandfather." So he was like my god grandfather, I guess.
Oh, that's wonderful. I met Johnny Cash.
Oh man, he's
I was like 17, 18 years old, he came to Lansing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this is when the movie theater's in the back, and this group of people coming up. You know, I'm a black person, so you know, when I told him, I asked him, you know, he was shocked that I knew who he was.
Yeah.
And then we just started talking, and he asked me what movie he wanted to go and see, and this is when Ghost and Rapophobia came out.
Wow.
And I said I wanted to go and see Ghost. He said follow me, so he followed me, and he bought me the movie ticket and popcorn. I never forget that to this day. I have the autograph on the paper.
That's so cool.
That's so cool.
And, you know, the crazy thing is like, I get those haters sometimes that are like, oh, you're doing rap music. Waylon would roll over in his grave. Like, people don't realize that those guys, they didn't see no fucking color. Waylon didn't give a fuck. Waylon's best friend was Muhammad Ali. His best friend in the world was Muhammad Ali. Them guys weren't rednecks or racist. That wasn't even, you know, they were real motherfuckers. And I love that, man. Like, you know, I've tried to carry all of the things that Waylon instilled in me. You know, he taught me a lot of lessons, and I continue to learn stuff from him. Every once in a while, I catch an interview, or I'll catch something in a song. You know, so it's like even 15 years after he's passed, it just turned 16 years, February 13th, but 16 years after he passed, I still learn stuff from him every day.
That's wonderful. Let's talk about the single right now. Tell me about the single and who did your video, and how's it been going so far for you right now?
Fall in the Fall was our most recent release. Zilla did the video. Shout out Zilla, man. We love you.
Zilla.
Zilla's from Antioch, so
Yeah,
I love
man.
Zilla. That's from where I'm from, and it's great, man. Everything we've done is it just, I don't know, man. God's blessing us, and the people really love what we're doing. It's like every song keeps getting bigger.
Really? Is there like any top 3 or top 4 songs off the album that really people are like playing the most or
Can't Go
downloading the
Home.
most?
Yeah, Can't Go Home, Feeling No Pain, Hello Darling, and Fall in the Fall.
Oh, okay.
And we'll tell y'all, we haven't told many people, we got 3 of them in the chamber.
Yeah, really.
Being edited right now.
Are you editing right now?
We're fixing to fire off Love One with Shooter.
Right.
And it's the actual footage of my wedding.
Oh yeah, you just got married.
I just got married.
Yeah,
Fresh-
so
freshly in the chain
how
gang.
was that? And did it go really
That shit was crazy, man. Listen, that shit was insane. I had never had the chance. Like the last time I got married, it was on the fly, you know, with my baby mama, and you know, it was a cool day and stuff. But this time it was with my best friend. My best friend was my best man.
Right.
Last time he was in jail when I got married. We almost got a cutout doll last time.
Wow.
To put him next to him because I was so fucking serious about him being my best man. But one of our good friends was my best man at the time. So, but this time we did it right, man. Like, you know, the girl that I just married, she's been my best friend for 15 years. I met her about the same time I met Jelly. So we've all been like just super tight, super close. She was in a bad relationship. I was in a bad relationship. Those people, you know, went their way. We found each other, you know, romantically about 2 years ago. And
I cheered along, dude. It's
yeah,
so
he
cool.
was the biggest
I got
cheerleader.
married, man. It was awesome.
Everybody was like,
So how many kids do you have now?
I got 5. He's got 2. Or I've got 5. She's got 2. We got 7.
Oh, 7 kids.
But she wants to have another.
Oh wow.
So we're about to have 8. We're
Working on it right
we're
now.
working a whole lot on 8.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, like 3-4 times a day.
That's
we're
wonderful.
working.
And the oldest daughter was 18 years old?
She's 18, man.
Wow. Did she try to follow you in the music and stuff?
Listen, man, we just cut a song. And I'm going to release it probably in about a month or so. I'm going to drop some of these. I've already shot a video for it. We shot an in-studio video.
Oh, okay.
And it's fucking cool. He's over here cheesing.
So you trying to like her adopted uncle?
Yeah, oh, 100%.
That's wonderful.
It's my favorite. I babysat her.
That's
how long I've known him.
No,
Your son was the
Lil
first.
Will,
His
my
son was the first.
16-year-old.
His 16-year-old son was the first diaper I ever changed. It was a crazy experience.
Listen, can I tell you about this diaper change?
Yeah.
Because we come in and we ask him to babysit. You know, me and my baby mama trying to have a night out.
Right.
He's the closest one to me. I'm like, hey, bro, you watch the kid? He's like, I ain't never watched no kid. I was like, it's cool.
Never watched
I was
a kid
like,
in my life.
you can buy one of them. You know, you can just watch movies with one of them, put the other one to bed. Well, you know, it'd be straight. We come in, he's got the sink filled with dish soap.
Oh, wow.
And he got my son dipping him in the water.
Oh, man.
Trying to clean him off.
Was you flipping out when you found out he was doing all that?
Man, shit.
Hell no, I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. He knew I didn't know what I was doing.
He was
I didn't know
a
what to
kid.
do.
He was like 18,
Yeah,
fresh
I was
out of
like,
jail, you know.
Fill up with warm water, put some soap in there like I was washing dishes. I figured get them wet and it would rinse itself off. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
He should bribe my daughter, the 18-year-old now.
So let's talk more about. Let's talk about the tour and how many dates are you guys doing right now? Just on top of you.
Oh, 30, 32 or something.
You're doing 32
It's been a fucking lot.
So, is there any particular city that you guys looking forward to doing on this tour?
Man, everyone.
Dude, they've all been great, man. We played a lot of festivals on this tour, like 3 or 4 festivals. We did the Carolina Rebellion. We're doing Louder Than Life next weekend.
We just got booked for Sturgis.
Yeah, we just got booked for Sturgis. It's fucking crazy, man. The Wapakoneta Tug Fest or something like that with Colt Ford. The KDL Farm Fest with Colt Ford and Upchurch of Redneck.
Oh, you working with Colt Ford?
Yeah, we're doing a show with him. That's our home. As far, we're opening up for him.
He's a pretty hot country rapper right now, isn't he?
Yeah, man. Colt sold a lot of
Upchurch,
records.
man.
Upchurch
Upchurch, that young kid is killing it. That kid just hit 1 million
How's
followers,
the Nashville
man.
scene up there? Are they responding to you guys or like the music?
What
there?
scene?
The music in Nashville.
Oh, dude, listen.
They respond to
we
you
are
guys there?
Nashville.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we're exciting. So, like, even Music Row, like the suits and the ties. And listen, I was telling Struggle, I looked at my Instagram story today, like, you know how you can see the people that watch it?
Right.
And it's literally like probably 5 of the top, no bullshit, probably 5 of the top 20 songs on country radio right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the top 10, maybe 3 of the top 10 right now are watching everything we post.
Wow.
They're just, you know, they tell me all the time, like, man, we're inspired, man. It's just exciting. You know what I'm saying? They're like it's exciting to them.
There's country artists, you know, that have songs on the radio,
right?
And their videos aren't doing what ours are.
Yeah.
You know,
they got that song on the radio.
But you have more of a kind of like an underground following, don't you?
We do, man.
It's more of a
Is it a
cult
huge
thing.
underground following?
Yeah, it's a beautiful following because it's most of the people that really subscribe to us and listen to our music because they relate. They're going through something. They've been through some shit.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
You know, so it's like it's a beautiful thing because it's not just
music is the expression of the life.
Yeah,
that makes sense for them.
So when people walk up and they're like, you know, they don't say I love your music. You hear that once in a while. Every other time it's, man, you got me off drugs. You helped me through a prison sentence. Y'all's music changed my life. Y'all got me back with my wife. Y'all got me through a divorce. Whatever their struggle is, it's like they relate and they got something to hold on to and know they ain't alone.
That's beautiful, man. I'm glad that you guys have inspiration. You bring a lot of people, knowledge, and availability. That's a good thing that you two come together. I know you've been doing it for a long time, but to do something like this, to do positivity, especially the people that are straight up in the hood or whatever, you know, that you're trying to, you know, open the doors for them and show them the way.
Well, it's just about being honest. And our music is vulnerable. Somebody once told me that music is either to escape or express.
Right.
So you're either escaping, and that's the songs, that's the party music, that's where those 3 minutes you're not really yourself, you're this character that's on the radio or coming through the speakers, you're that person, right? Mm-hmm. Or it's made to like express a genuine sentiment that you're going through, and I feel like our music is more expressive for people.
Wow, that's wonderful. Yeah. Was there anything that you want to tell your fans or anything that you want to tell people about your record?
We love y'all.
Yeah, thank you, man. You changed our life. Listen, this shit is like surreal. It's I don't even know how to respond. It's unreal. Every day it just gets more and more unreal. We get phone calls every day. It's like, it's just, and you know, we're from the streets, so we still think this shit's gonna stop any day.
Yeah.
You know, like tomorrow we're gonna show up and nobody's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still sticking money under my mattress, like if this shit don't go right next month. He keeps telling me I get my little monthly check from YouTube and shit.
Right.
I be like, bro, I got this. He's like, bro, you're gonna get that every month, and I'm like, you sure? I don't think so.
But it's normal for you now. Like, you're so used to getting used to it now?
Man, it's you know, but at the same time, I don't think either one of us will ever 100% get used to it, which is a good thing because discomfort will make you grind hard in a motherfucker.
Yeah, amen.
You know, and that's what we've really been doing. We've really been working, like, you know, we're on the road 3-4 days a week, and then we're in the studio 2 days a week, or we're in photo shoots, or we're shooting videos, and we've found such a good chemistry with and balance of keeping our families involved. Like, you see our families in the videos. You know, every video's got family members or good friends in the videos. We don't hire actors or actresses, you know what I'm saying? So it gives us a chance to stay grounded, stay spending time with family and friends, but working at the same time. You know? And like, if you look at our tour roster, you know, everybody that's on tour with us, we've known
decade plus.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Really
Thanks.
Struggle Jennings.
It's your man Jelly Roll.
You rocking with Vizion.
Radio.com.
Ha!
Total.
Mama says you can't go home, you can't go home, you can't go home. Mama says you can't go home.